everyone, welcome back to a new update video. Now I know what you're thinking. Spooky, did you get lazy again? Didn't you shoot or edit a video review for this week? And no, quite the contrary actually. I spent a lot of time yesterday editing this week's video only for a very cringe studio to copyright strike me. Isn't that fun? So I'm currently in the process of disputing the claim, but since it takes 30 days, and from what I heard from that specific studio, it won't do anything, I decided to break out the all-reliable update video. I also had a lot of stuff to, show you. I just wanted to wait till after Christmas, but then again, I'll probably buy enough stuff for another update video at that time, because I have a problem. Before going on with the update, I just want to take a minute to thank Mike Bracken, aka the Horror Geek, who actually dealt with the same problems that I'm dealing with YouTube's terrible copyright system, because, they're too busy defending one of their biggest creators for doxing another creator to actually care about their broken copyrighted system, but that's just a rant for another day. But seriously, the Horror Geek, go subscribe to him if you're not, which would be weird because he's actually probably the best YouTuber that does these kinds of reviews, so go check him out, go give him a subscribe, go thank him on my behalf. Anyways, let's get to the movies. Let's start with the DVDs, because you guys know I still buy them, I still really enjoy them, and honestly, if the movie is good and the quality is not terrible, I don't mind them. And the first movie is Lady Terminator, because Mondo Macabro did a sale, and usually when companies do these types of sales that aren't Vinegar Syndrome, I'm always like, I'll check it out, add a couple things to my cart, then press checkout and see that the shipping for Canada is like 20 USD, and then completely not buy anything like I'm doing with Kino as of recently, and of course Severin, which even for the American populace is horrible with shipping. So I was expecting to do the same thing with Mondo Macabro, and then I clicked checkout after buying four, and then I did a separate order, DVDs and Blu-rays, only to see that the shipping was $6 US. So I, of course, bought everything I wanted. I wanted more stuff, but, I didn't want to get too greedy. And Lady Terminator is a film I've been wanting to see since I was a teenager, because this was one of the first Grindhouse trailers that really catch my attention, and I was like, damn, if that's what Grindhouse movies are about, I want to see more of them. And then I finally watched this weekend, and I didn't plan on reviewing it, but I had so much fun, and I thought that this was such an, not original movie, because it's clearly a Terminator ripoff, but such an amazing showcase of low-budget, independent action cinema that I was like, damn, this is actually probably one of the funnest movie I've discovered this year. And then the studio behind it, not Mondo Macabro. Mondo actually has nothing to do with that copyright thing. Even Mike told me that they were quite not happy knowing that the studio behind this was copyright striking creators. So I want you all, as a sign of support to me, now don't harass the film studio, but in my comment section, please write Soraya Intercine Films is cringe, because of them, I can't release my video on Lady Terminator, and they probably think they're all cool and shit, but all they did was block me from making 25 cents more this week. Thank you, Soraya Film Studio, or Interfilm, whatever, you're cringe. Everybody at the same time. Soraya Intercine Films, cringe. Anyways, another Indonesian flick that looks completely insane, from the same director. I don't know if I'll cover it. My friend Paul from Grindhouse Funhouse did cover this one. I think, did I hallucinate this? But Mystics in Bali is another one, and I did see when I was younger a documentary about Indonesian exploitation films, and this one looked so gosh darn nutty. And then again, I was waiting to find it secondhand because I thought these were out of print. They are from 2000 and okay, this one is from 2007, this DVD, But Lady Terminator is from 2004. I'm pretty sure it's one of Mondo's first releases, but that's just insane. That's crazy. So these are older DVDs. You can see Lady Terminator, the transfer isn't that great, you know, but I can't blame them, it's from 2004. But yeah, Mystics and Bali, all I've seen from this movie is just pure insanity, and I can't wait to watch it. I really, I don't know. If Lady Terminator is any sign of what Indonesian exploitation cinema is like, I'm all in. I'm all in, boys. I'm all in. This one I have reviewed, and the the director is nice enough to not copyright strike the people who talk about his films. So thank you, Steven. But yeah, Black Hearts Collectors Club. I have reviewed this in a video. Not a lot of people have watched that video. People, what are you doing? Again, every time I talk about Steven's films, I always feel like I'm yelling at clouds because, like, people, these are awesome. All of his films are great. Steven's a great dude. He even sent me $50 US. That's why I gave him a positive review. Just kidding, this isn't real money. I did think it was real money when I first opened it, because it feels like real US money, because real US money feels like shit. So it feels like real American money. It looks like real American money. I was like, damn, am I really that clouded that directors are putting money in their movies to buy my reviews? And then I looked closely, I was like, oh, for motion pictures. And this is actually screen-used prop money from Vapor Green, which is pretty fucking cool. And then, of course, you get a little card there, and Steven was nice enough to sign it for me. I love Steven. We had him on the podcast. I've reviewed all of his films. He's made 3. I reviewed his first on the podcast, his second on my channel, and this one too. And I will keep reviewing his stuff as long as he makes awesome movies, but that shouldn't be an issue because he's great. Women behind bars, and yeah, I don't think I'll show this one too much. YouTube won't be, but this is Jess Franco at his sleaziest. I haven't seen this one yet. I'm pretty excited. 75. Jess Franco made a lot of women in prison films. I have a lot of them, and I was happy to add this one to the collection. It's just the cover is not leaving a lot to the imagination there, old Jesse boy. But yeah, from Blue Underground. Don't think this one has a Blu-ray, at least not in North America, so I don't know. We'll see. This one, holy, I didn't think I could still get good deals in Canada in Sunrise Records, which was previously HMV, and then that went bankrupt, and then Sunrise bought them. But the thing with Sunrise Records is the prices are absurd. A new Scream Factory is like $37, and that's a new Scream Factory. I haven't even mentioned Arrow or Vinegar Syndrome. Like, damn, boys, calm down. But I did find this one, the DVD. They had the Blu-ray. The Blu-ray was like $27, which is just not that bad for Canada. But I was like, I'm not too sure. I don't know this film. I don't know anything about it. I've never heard anybody talk about it. Even when I looked on Letterboxd to see what my friends thought about it, nobody had seen this fucking thing. But I did find the DVD on clearance for $5. So I was like, damn, for $5, a redemption title of a Japanese film, which is weird because this is in the same vein, not in the same vein, but this is just like when Redemption released My-chan's Daily Life, where it's like, what? Because usually Redemption releases old 60s to 80s, sometimes 90s, Euro trash, Euro exploitation cinema, and then they release stuff like My-chan's Daily Life and Miss Zombie, which is from 2013, Japan, fairly short. It looks like a zombie film. How did you guess, Pookie? Is it because it's called fucking Miss Zombie? But I've heard people discuss the director Sabu, describing him as interesting, which piques my interest. It looks very experimental, looks very weird, looks very artsy. My type of shit, you know. My type of. I'm a. I'm a art ho at heart. That's way too many H's for a French Canadian dude. I also scoured a lot of eBay in the recent months, and I found some pretty decent stuff, I'd say. One of them, to add to my Lamberto Bava collection, it's Body Puzzle. Now, I'm pretty sure this is later Bava. Yeah, this is 1992. Lamberto Bava. I think at that point it was like the TV thrillers, I think they were called, Italian era of a lot of directors going to direct TV movies, because basically from the mid 80s to basically the early 90s, the Italian film industry kind of went kaput, and all the directors that were working a lot kind of just got shafted, and they had to work in television. And some of the movies that came out of that weren't too bad. I mean, there are some that are fucking god awful, but I recently rewatched, if you follow me on my second channel, Spooky or Celluloid, Lucio Fulci's Voices from Beyond, which is a TV movie that was actually pretty graphic with some nudity on there. And of course, Sergio Martino did a couple of them, including The Scorpion with Two Tails, which is not amazing. It won't blow your shitter out, but it's pretty decent. And of course, Lamberto Bava is a director I really like, and I've seen one of his TV movie. I think the one of them that is called Demons 3. I'm trying to find the title, the Black Demon or the Ogre one, which was pretty decent. I say that, I'm not even sure if this is a TV movie. I just assume because of the era that this came out. Oh, and I know who wrote the, and you know, it's Raro Video, so the edition is pretty cool. It comes with a little booklet, and I actually know who wrote this. They are the person that runs the Horrorama convention in Toronto, Chris Alexander, who's also a director, and he's been working a lot with Full Moon. So that's pretty cool. I have one of his movies, and I did watch one of his newer movies on Tubi. It was okay. Nothing great, nothing amazing, just alright. More Franco, you'll realize that this month I went all out with my Jesse boy, with my Uncle Franco, and this is a double feature of Dracula, Prisoner of Frankenstein, which I had completely forgotten about, and then in October I rewatched some of the older Cinemassacre's Monster Madness, especially his 2010 one, which was like the schlock one, and he talked about this film. And then I was like, I know who directed this. This is a Franco joint. So I looked on Google to see if this had a good release. It did not, but it did have a release in the UK. So this is a double feature of Dracula, Prisoner of Frankenstein, and The Curse of Frankenstein, which is the erotic rites of Frankenstein, but under a different title and probably cut to shit due to it being the British release. And as you can see, I only have one disc. What happened is that the wonderful people at the post office, probably the British one, Canada could never, fucked up my case. And I don't have any spare, like, 2 disc cases, and I was like, will I really watch The Curse of Frankenstein? I have it uncut on Blu-ray. Yeah, no. I'll just keep it for Dracula, Prisoner of Frankenstein. And funny thing, this is actually from the Manchester Library. I think is in Manchester. Newcastle City, sorry, got my British towns confused. So if you're from Newcastle in the UK, comment and say, hey, I rented that movie from the library. Imagine walking to your library and there's Franco movies. That's the type of library I would go to. I mean, would I really? I can't read. Well, I can, I just decide not to. More Franco, more very sleazy. At least there's no nudity on this one. Sadomania. Now you can probably assume that this is very family friendly by the title, which is Sadomania. Yeah, this looks like complete fucking trash. That's the kind of stuff that I like from Uncle slash Daddy Just Franco. Just the trashiest the better. And I like these old Blue Underground DVDs. There's something nostalgic about them, you know. I owned a lot of them when I was younger, and I had like $10 a month to spend on movies, and I decided to spend that on Killer Nun, and Contamination, and Night Train to Murder, instead of Night Train to Murder is at least really good. Contamination is fucking Ouija cozy. Anyways, I'm talking about Sadomania. It's a filth fest, it's uncensored, and apparently it's Do You Dare to Take a Forbidden Taste of the Wildest Women in Prison movie ever made. I doubt that it is. I like you, Blue Underground, and I like you, Daddy Franco, but these movies got wild for a while. So if this is the wildest, I will eat my shorts. Because I've seen a lot of wild stuff. Anyways, the Blu-rays and more Franco. The other side of the mirror, I'm pretty excited to watch this one. My friend slash podcast co-host, Urshel Gilusi, said that this one was probably his favorite Jess Franco film. Apparently, it's not as sleazy. There is not as much nudity. And it's much more dark in themes, I think. I don't know. But yeah, he told me that there is really like nothing like that you'd associate really with Jess Franco other than the weird stuff and maybe the bizarre look and feel. But yeah, can't wait to watch this. Looks pretty cool. Again, from the Mondo Macabro sale. This one I had to pick up when I saw that the shipping prices were so low. I was like, damn, I gotta pick up their Franco. Their Jess Franco, not to be confused with James Nothing. No. Anyways, Perversion Story. A Lucio Fulci film. So this is a Fulci film that I was missing. I have never seen it. I do have a poster of it, as you can see in the background. But since I'm a poser asshole, I never saw the movie. That makes me laugh. Like, I have pretty much all of the horror films. Not all of the horror films, westerns, and some crime films that Fulci made. But I'm a poser if I have like a poster for like the only Fulci movie I haven't seen. This has a lot of the same cast as The Psychic, I think. You have Jean Sorel. You have Jean Sorel. Yeah. Who else do you have? Yep. I don't recognize. I'm not good with actors, people. But yeah, this is pretty cool. You got the standard Mondo Macabro design, which I kind of do love due to its simplicity and the fact that they tell you everything right there that you need to know. Italian, 1969, color, 108 minutes, 1.85:1 aspect ratio. Why don't more companies do that? Most of the companies just put it in fine prints at the bottom. No, just fucking tell me in the first line. Do you really think I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna read all of the synopsis? No. Final thing for the Mondo Macabro order, I had to buy this. I've heard about this film for so long, and especially since recently I reviewed the Nightmare Fuel adult film that is, wow, Night Dreams. I own that. It's right there. Where's my Night Dreams? Where's my porn? Oh, right here. Yeah. Somebody, I think the writer or the director, somebody from Night Dreams, yeah. The set designer, Steven Sayadian. Yeah, this movie looks just as weird, just as messed up, just as experimental, just as trippy German expressionism, like, yeah, this is my fucking shit. This is probably gonna be a goddamn spooky 10 out of 10. I haven't seen it, but I know it's gonna be. I can feel, I can smell this film. This film smells like perfection. Yeah, yeah. Oh, smells like your mother's pussy. Speaking of your mother's pussy, more Just Frank. Okay, I promise this is like almost the last Jess Franco movie that I bought. Look, if you don't want me to buy Jess Franco movies, stop fucking releasing them. But no, Kino is my dealer right now. Kino releases so much of Franco's catalog that if I meet the owner of Kino, I'll just eat his ass. Or eat her ass. I don't know who owns Kino. I'm gonna eat their ass. But yeah, Lorna the Exorcist. This movie fucks. Yeah, this is a good one. I need to rewatch it. Like most of Franco's film, on the first viewing, it can be, a little slow, a little convoluted, a little confusing, but I just love the feel and atmosphere of this one. I just love the visuals. You have Lina Romay in this beautiful city. You have this weird ass looking, like, it's not clear from the back picture, but this lady, her makeup is always so goddamn wild. I don't get it. What? Yeah, the typical Kino of the slipcover and nothing under. But yeah, and this is a new line that Kino has done. The Kino Cult line. I guess it's replacing Redemption. I don't know what happened to Redemption. I'm pretty sure Redemption and Kino, they're like thing together, kind of dead, because this would have been like prime Redemption material a couple of years ago, which means that if I want all the Franco and Jean Rene films, I might have to start buying all the old Redemption stuff, because the prices have gone up. Pretty sure they're all out of print, which makes me sad. But at the same time, we have Kino Cult now, who released another Jess Franco film in that line, which I need to pick up. It was on sale the other day. Why didn't I pick? Oh yeah, that's right, because it was a pre-order on Unobstructed Views. Anyways, I'm talking to myself at this point. Isn't that what this video is all about? Me talking to myself? Holy shit, I'm going insane. Number 5. More fucking Franco. And he's on the cover this time, because it was also a great thespian. A great actor of our time, that Jess Franco. This is the sadist of Notre Dame, which is the church that went up in flames. Rip Roni, I guess. This movie is interesting. Now, I won't say good, I won't say great, I won't say bad, because it's not bad at all. It's actually pretty good. It's interesting because this is Franco using footage from another film he directed in 1974, and then using it to tell a different but similar story, and then he inserted 25 more minutes of new footage to that old footage, but he also cut out some footage. I tried watching that one a couple 2 summers ago. Not that it was so bad I had to turn it off, but my friends just showed up at my place and were like, "We're drinking." And I was like, "Okay." But yeah, I'll have to rewatch. Watch that other one first to make any decision to see which one I prefer. What I can say about this one is that it's way too long. It's almost it's 99 minutes. It could have been cut to like 85. Jess, you didn't need all of that in the movie. Learn some goddamn editing, Jess. Okay, no more Franco, I swear. I went to this little shop in Montreal called Volume Boutique, and they always have some stuff that's interesting. Usually the stuff behind the counter, which is actually the good stuff. And the cashier, the man at the cash was quite sarcastic when I bought these two movies, but man, I just gave your store $50 fucking, don't give me that shit. It was like, oh, those are light little viewings. Oh, these look like good movies. Like, yeah, probably they are. Massacre at Central High from Synapse. Now this one I have no clue what it is. It's directed by René Dalder. Don't know if that's French, but I said it in French. It's from the 70s exploitation. Already you're selling me. The cover is fucking awesome. Cover looks good. And it looks to be a kind of proto slasher. It even stars a lady that was in Friday the 13th final chapter and Lemora, child of the supernatural. Yeah, this is probably very interesting. I don't know. I've like I said, I never heard of it. All I know is that Synapse usually does some great work with the transfer, so it'll probably look brand fucking new. What was the movie I was watching? Yeah, I was watching their Bigfoot movie that they released. That's somewhere in my Creature from Black Lake. And it looks stunning, like especially for like that type of movie. I mean, the cinematography was done by Dean Cundy, so that usually helps to make a transfer look good. But just to say, like Synapse, they do Lord's work, amazing work. I love you, Synapse. Don, because you know then the guy's named Don. My boy Sean C. Phillips talked a lot about this film like in 2008, 2007 when I started getting into these types of movies. And the thing is, back then it was already out of print, and it was out of print till this Blu-ray comes out, which I didn't know came out. I didn't know this Blu-ray came out. If I did, I would have bought it way fucking earlier. But Shout Factory is a shitty company that doesn't even write when their releases came out, because they're fucking cool like that. And yeah, I saw that at that store, Volume. I was like, oh yeah, I remember, you know, not only Cool Duder, but a lot of people that I respect, so not Cool Duder, talked about this one in a positive manner, and it is directed by Paul Bartel, and it is produced by Gene Corman, which Paul Bartel and Gene Corman, is it Gene? Yeah, Gene Corman. Two names that I like, and I ended up fucking loving this one. Again, this is one of the best movies I discovered this year. I would implore everyone who enjoys weirdo 70s exploitation cinema to do yourself a favor and get this one. Now that it's easily accessible, somewhat, probably, I don't know, it's fucking Blu-ray. Don't know when it came out. Fucking Scream Factory doesn't tell you anything. I hate them. Stupid company. Arrow. Wow, this is the only Arrow video this update. That's weird. I usually pick up a lot of stuff from them, but at the same time, I am running out of Arrow video stuff that I want. I mean, I've got pretty much everything that interests me, and this is the Battles Without Honor and Humanity complete trilogy. This is just a regular release. I don't think they have box sets left. This is an old release. I think this came out in 2021. So I think the box set came out back then. I'm pretty sure they run out of the boxes. Again, Arrow, you know, there's nothing really to show with Arrow. Arrow is that neutral, sober looking, very British, because they are. I mean, they started in Britain. This is actually the Canadian North American release, which I don't usually get. Usually I wait for their sales and get the British stuff because it's cheaper. But this was on sale for like, I think $30. It's not bad. 3 movies. I watched the first one. I enjoyed it. Not my favorite Japanese Yakuza movie, so that didn't inspire confidence. But I feel like the other ones I will enjoy maybe more. I don't know. The first one was good. Like it's still a solid flick. I mean, it's still better than a lot of stuff that I watch. But yeah. Finally, we're going back to my favorite company. I just realized that I shot on them for a lot, and I actually bought a lot of their stuff. Well, two. This is probably the most Scream Factory I bought in years. This is the Vampire Lovers. Now, this is another one that I always wanted, and I went out of print, and then Scream Factory re-released it. This is a, fuck, is this Hammer? Hammer? Is it Hammer? It says Orion and MGM, so I'm not sure who owned the rights for. Oh yeah, Hammer Film Production. Yeah, I fucking, yeah, I've never seen this one, and I like Hammer. I wouldn't say I'm the biggest Hammer fan. I mean, all of their stuff that I've seen, I've actually really liked, so I guess that would make me a fan. But I mean, I'm not a Hammer fan in the sense that I'm not a Hammer expert. I've seen maybe 10, 20 of their films. No, not even 10, 20s. What the fuck am I saying? I'm so fucking... I've seen a couple of them, mostly the stuff that Scream Factory put out, and then some of the like your little Blu-ray. This one, like that's fairly a standard, easy to find release, and some of their Dracula stuff, of course. But I would say I'm positive on most of the things that Arrow made. Stop spam calling me. I'm gonna fucking shit on your doorstep. This cover looks gorgeous. This slipcover, again, I found this at Sunrise Record. So Sunrise always has slipcovers that are out of print, so at least that's that. But yeah, the slipcover, it's not Scream Factory's worst. It's not good, but it's not Scream Factory's worst. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this. I know this was impromptu, a bit wild, and how much time do I have to edit this? Whew, goddamn. Fuck me, silly. I better get to work. See you guys next time.